All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing this word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. And a shalom to the sincere sisters out there, okay? Now, this video, when you watch it, okay, this guy says, God was forced upon everybody, almost everybody, as it says right here. And when you check his name there, why I left religion, you could already understand, right? But anyways, he goes into the fact that, or not the fact, he goes into, the fact that all these other, like Elam, Moab, all of them have their way, or had their way. And then he goes in to say that we had our way, right? But we all know. And then he goes in to say that, they all lost their way, which is a damn lie, okay? These people know who the hell they are. And another thing, too, they keep their old traditions. The only people in this world that have lost their way is us, okay? In fact, the Lord said that He's going to strip us, all right? Basically, let's go to Deuteronomy 32:16 or 26. Deuteronomy 32 and 26, I said I would scatter them. Who's the them? That's Israel, us Israelites, okay? Not these other nations. No, didn't say I'm going to scatter all these nations to the ends of the earth and so on and so forth. And, that's for us. Those curses were upon us. Deuteronomy chapter 28. Who was he talking to? Was he talking to Moab? Was he talking to Elam, Moab, and the Israelites? No, he was talking to the Israelites. Leviticus chapter 20 and 26 tells you that He's going to sever us from all other nations. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8, right here, what the Lord say that when the Most High divided the nations their inheritance, which they have right now, which when this guy's saying that all these nations, they lost their way. No, they didn't lose their way, okay? Yeah, some of them are enticed by the American way, right? By the Babylonian way, right? Which, we all have the understanding of that. Salaki, 1 second. We all have the understanding of that, But they have their inheritance. They got their land. They got their traditions. Okay? So, going back into this, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam, He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Okay? For Yahweh's portion is His people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. Okay? So, going into this, all these nations got their land, got what they're supposed to. Yeah, Esau, Edom is up in every man's land. We understand that, But they all got their lands. They all got what they need. The only people in this world is the lost ones, is us, the scattered ones that don't have a place to call our own, man. Okay? You might say, oh, the Caribbeans. Actually, that's another video I wanted to do. When I hit the highways and byways, I'm doing that. Okay? You might say, oh, look at North America, the Northern Kingdom. But look, Esau, Edom is all up in there, okay? Presidents and whatnot, he's all up in there, man. And they got a tight squeeze on those places, man. So no, we don't have a true inheritance, man, which is our land, okay? So going back into this. 26 Deuteronomy 32 and 26, I said I would scatter them into corners, 4 corners of the world. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. That's what happened to us, okay? The remembrance of us was ceased from among men, because when you go into Psalms chapter 83, they consulted together. All these nations consulted together. Chiefly Esau, Edom, consulted to cut us off from being a nation, okay? It tells you that in Psalms 83. All right? No remembrance among man. That's what they say. Hey, man. That's what they want today. That's why they put up those puppets. Those people who say they are us, but they're not. Okay? They're Edomites. Psalms 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee, which these other nations, chiefly Esau, Edom, have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And going back into Deuteronomy, right, what the Lord said. What the Lord said, man. Right here. I said I would scatter them into corners, which we are scattered into corners, the four corners of the world. Okay, I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. And we just came back from Psalms 83, right? So these people cut us off from being a nation, consulted to cut us off from being a nation, and they accomplished it. Okay, even in Lamentation, it tells you that too. I'm gonna get into the program here real quick. Lamentations 2:16. All thy enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found, Salakia. We have seen it, right? And they're seeing it right now. Because when we came on, we said that, starting with Avo Bivens, on to our apostle elders, and now on to us, as we're saying, as we're coming saying the same thing. These people are offended, and they're boggled. They're saying, how do these people wake up? How do they know who they are? Starting with the elites. But they read the scripture. They know Joel chapter 2. The Lord's going to pour their spirit. Baruch chapter 2. In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. How? Because the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai shall put it back into them and raise up the prophets to speak this word. Okay? That's how the remembrance came. The remembrance came by the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because all things is in the hand of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Alright? Simple and plain. But anyways, going back into this guy. So he was saying that it was forced upon all people, right? And they had their own ways of worshiping, everybody actually, but mainly we, that this is what he's saying, going back to Black to Africa crap, that we had a way of worshiping our ancestors. Okay, that's the thing that got to me, ancestral worship. We ain't into no ancestral worship, because what the fuck are the ancestors gonna do for us? We've been crying and yelling to them, but what are they gonna do? They ain't doing nothing. In fact, there's no prophecy from your so-called ancestors, okay? Or your voodoo dolls and all these things. Where's the prophecy? But we could read the scriptures and find the prophecy. Revelation 3:1. Blessed is he that readeth. And those that what? Hear the words of this what? Actually, you know what? Let me get that real quick. Ancestors. Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Ancestors ain't speaking no prophecy. All of that bullshit. Jump around with feathers in their head and throwing chicken bones on the floor and shit. Get the fuck out of here, yo. None of that shit ain't popping around us. We don't care about that. We know that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is the power. Alright? That be. All these other nations got their gods, which they put power into. It's nothing but idols. They don't have no power. Remember, the Lord said to deceive and deceiver are his. Yeah, he may have a miracle happen in that name called JC. Because you're being deceived. Alright? The Lord don't want you, though he may have saved you. Like I seen one thing with the tornado coming, they're all like, they're screaming JC, JC. And then all of a sudden it subsided, right? But guess what? He gave power over to his left-hand angel to deceive you in the mind. To make you think that, yeah, there's power with that name, when there is none. Remember, Amos 3:7, he only gave this unto his servants, the prophets, to know and declare these things, the spiritual weathermen. Not no fucking ancestors, okay? Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And what does it say about Yahushai? Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Don't tell me about no damn ancestors, okay? Because they can't help you. They can't help themselves. They're sleeping. It tells you that in Job, okay? They're the prisoners rest together, man. They don't war with each other. They don't trouble each other. They're asleep, okay? So going back into this, he gave us and every nation their way, which is true, yes, okay? And our way is to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay? And going back into that, the gods of the nation, we already went to Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8, where the Lord separated them, right? Separated us. The Lord gave us our inheritance to worship him. Over to them, he gave them those gods, those false idols, those gods, those false gods, okay? Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. How are you going to match that power? You can't, okay? Yep. Quoted that, Leviticus chapter 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, Yahweh, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that he should be mine. Okay? And we are the Lord's. All right? We belong to the Lord. We're his people. Okay? This is why you shouldn't be serving other gods. All right? Running around like them. Deuteronomy chapter 5 and 6. I am Yahweh thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Okay? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay? Verse 9. Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I am Yahweh thy power. I am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. Okay? So, the Lord is telling you, don't be mixing yourself up with this worships of ancestors and all this shit, because, hey, when you go back to Leviticus, let me get this real quick. Leviticus chapter 20 and 27, a man also or a woman that have familiar spirits or that is a wizard shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them. Right. And dealing with those ancestor stuff and all of that wizardry shit, okay, that's dealing with familiar spirits. Then what happened to Saul? Okay, you don't want to depend on Yahweh while Yahweh shy. Well, guess what? You and your son's gonna be here the next day. That's what Samuel told him. And Saul couldn't even eat. Saul was so sulked. Okay, he was like, "Damn, man, damn." Shit, because he know what the Lord saith, that shall happen. Okay? Not like today where these people think this is a joke. Alright? Yep. Mark chapter 12. Yahweh is not the God of the dead, man, but of the living. Okay? Not these idols. These other idols are gods of the dead, man. Mark chapter 12 and 27. He is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. Ye therefore do greatly err. Okay? Yeah, you greatly err thinking that you should be worshiping ancestors, things of the dead, okay? Dead idols, you know, foolishness, man. What else I want off of that? 29 and yeah, Mark chapter 12, verse 29 to 31. And Yahushua answered him, the first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, Yahweh, our power, is one power, one Yahweh. Salakia. Shema, Yashra'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Achad. Okay. And thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and thou shalt love Yahweh with all thy heart, and with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Okay, right. And what is the love? Keeping the commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And what's the first thing that is said right there? Love Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai with all thine heart, with all thy soul, with all thy mind, with all thy strength. Okay? Not dipping and going on to these other gods. That's what happened when, you know, You 2/3 Israelites. You know, what is that? Jeremiah 44 says that as well. Since we left off of worshiping the Queen of Heaven, we've had much trouble. Okay. Yep, verse 18, Jeremiah 44 and 18. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to pour out drink offerings unto her, we have wanted all things and have been consumed by the sword and by the famine. Okay. Man, our people are gone, man. I want to read more of that, but our people are done, man. Finished. Okay. That's why the Lord said that judgment is going to begin at his house, man. First, at the house of Israel. Okay. Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men. Yeah. So we ain't going into that worship of men. Okay. The man's dead. And here it is, you talking about worship Uno God and all this fucking bullshit, and this is his spirit right here in this doll. Well, how much other people in that world got that doll and saying this is his spirit in this doll too? You know? We don't worship idols and dead things. Okay? And chiefly, those people were made by Yahweh. So how am I supposed to worship the creature more than the creator? All right, which it tells you in Romans. We'll end off on that one. And like I said, let's go back here. Quoted this one, Sirach chapter 18 and verse 1. He that liveth forever have created all things in general. So who the hell am I supposed to fucking go worshiping? Ancestor? You crazy? You crazy? You really crazy, man. And thinking that they're doing something for you, okay? They ain't doing shit. They're at rest. They're asleep. They were made themselves as well. You know, what was first Wisdom of Solomon tell you? 7 and 7. Or 7 and 6. Every king have the same way going in and the same way going out, man. The hell you talking about? Romans chapter 3 and 3. For what if some did not believe, shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? Nah. And that's an unbeliever right there. He said that he left the church. Does it say? He goes, why I left religion? Okay. Well, there you go. You know, he's an unbeliever. All right. And ain't nothing that you could say gonna affect us. Okay. God forbid, yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mayest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Right. So, God forbid, yea, let God be true, and every man a liar. Numbers chapter 23 and 19. Okay. So we're going to put our trust into Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. Yep. Let's go to Daniel. I mean, you could go to Numbers right here and read it for yourself. God is not a man that he should lie. Okay. And neither the son of man that he should repent. Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good? See, that's why we know these things are coming down the pipe. Okay. I got another video to do on righteous acts, man, and it's going into 2nd Maccabees chapter 7. You know, the 7 sons and the mother. Man, Joachim get a chance, go over that again, man. That will, whoo, that shows faith. That shows integrity. That, oh man, okay. Anyways, going back into this, and they put their trust into the Most High, man, because they say you think. Just like Eleazar said in 6 and 26, if I'm not mistaken, goes, either alive or dead, man. You're not going to escape the hand of the Most High. And then one of the sons told the king, he said, what, you touch us? You think you're going to escape? Get the fuck out of here, yo. And the king got all mad, pissed off. The mom was mocking the king, speaking to the sons in their own language, the Hebrew. Okay? But anyways, let's get back to this. Let's go to Daniel. Slakia. Chapter 4. What was it? 37. Right here. Daniel chapter 4 and verse 37. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and exalt and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are true. Right. Like we said, when the Lord say he gonna do something, he gonna do it. Bet your bottom dollar. and his ways judgments, and those that walk in pride he is able to abase. Yeah, you guys gonna be brought down low, man. You're gonna see in that day, man. Okay, and even Nebuchadnezzar, okay, he was up on his high horse, but when you read this, the Lord brought him down, man. Brought him down and made him be like a bird, man. Okay, so you know, he's a man. Here it is, he passes on. You think you're supposed to sit there and worship him? He was brought down low by the Most High. Sirach chapter 18 and verse 1. The Most High made everybody. Okay? Psalms 96, right? He's the one that, verse 5, he's the one that made the heavens and the earth, right? By his power, Salakia. Because when you go into Genesis 1:1, we know who made the heavens and earth. Okay? I mean, the earth and whatnot. All right? So let's go into this real quick and end out here. Romans chapter, because he wrote it and he gave it on to his son. When you go into Colossians 1:16, Ephesians chapter 3 and what is that, 9? If I'm not mistaken, 3 and 9. Yep. And let's go into Romans chapter 1 and verse, I wanted 24 and 28, or 28 and 25. Remember, I said they worship the creature more than the creator. Okay, they worship man. And Peter said in Acts chapter 5 and verse 29, we ought to obey God rather than man. Okay, Romans chapter 1 and verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Okay, and yeah, you could say this is going into you know, when you read up, you know, men with men and women with women. But also to these 2/3, they have a reprobate mind, and they do those things which are not convenient unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, because when you go down here, verse 32, who knowing the judgment, you could go through all of this right here: backbiters, haters of God, despiseful, proud, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents. Okay, this is them. Okay, this is why they have a reprobate mind. This is why verse 29 says, and being filled with all unrighteousness, okay, wickedness, covetous, fornication, you know, serving other gods, all right, because you're committing adultery onto your power, all right, debate, deceit, right. And when you go down to verse 32, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them. Right. And these guys are having pleasure in worshiping the ancestors. You know, you got 2/3 rubbing pole on pole. You got, you know, the gal rubbing O's and O's together. You know what I mean? Slits and slits, however you want to say it. This is all containing of them. Okay. So even as they did not like to retain Yahweh Shem Yahushai in their knowledge, this is Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave them over to those vile affections, gave them over to worshiping spirits. Remember, I told you the deceive and the deceiver are his. What does it tell us right here? Job chapter 12, verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So they're being deceived, running around doing these things, thinking they are right. Okay? Thinking there is no God and we should worship our ancestors and be free. You know? All of that stuff. Romans chapter 1 and 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Okay? So, you know, that's about it, man. You shouldn't be worshiping no damn ancestors, okay? It's foolishness, okay? Worshiping ancestors, ancestor worship. Where'd that get you? Huh? Black woman is God. Where is this getting you? It's not getting you nowhere in life. In fact, you're digging a bigger ditch, man, okay? So all that ancestor worship and all that bullshit is bullshit. It's bullshit, okay? So yeah, man. You know, he gave us and every nation their way. And our way is to do what? Serve Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Okay? Psalms 147 and verse 19. All right? And 20. So with that, hey, man. All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing his word in all honesty, truth, and sincerity worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you're edified, Lord willing, to the next time. Wah abad babal. Oh yeah, Matthew chapter 24 and 13 to all you brothers. All right, Lord willing, to the next time. Wah abad babal. Shalom Akim.